Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my videos. I mostly speak about INFJ stuff on my channel. So if you guys enjoy it, let me know, give me feedback, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Again, if you guys are not used to this, I live in the jungle and cicadas are actually singing their song in the background. So if it's too loud for you, I apologize. I find it kind of soothing and I like the background noise. So I hope you find it soothing as well. They do the song and dance every morning and every night. I think it's a mating thing. In this video, I want to speak to you guys about another mating thing for INFJs, how INFJs will never ever fall into a relationship unless they feel absolute trust. Absolute trust. Now, first of all, I use the term fall into a relationship because that's what we do. We never actually consciously go into a relationship. We kind of fall into it because the person in front, the person who's chasing us, has been so persistent and said over and over again, trust me or date me. I'll love you. I'll do all the different things that you want from me. All that stuff. So that eventually they wear us down and then we start dating them, right? It's because of it, again, we have commitment issues, we have trust issues, and we have doubt issues. We doubt that anyone ever wants to be with us. We doubt that we could be good to other people. We doubt that we're good in relationships. We doubt that anyone would ever want to be with the flawed version of ourselves, which we always are flawed. And we're not good at relationships, or that's what we think. I think that myself. That's why I'm single, and that's the reason I'm celibate, is because like I kind of have given up on the whole situation because I just feel so terrified by the whole idea of being in a relationship. People taking my energy away, people taking my time away, all of that stuff terrifies me. I can't deal with it, right? Now, the reason I say that we need absolute trust, and absolute trust builds over time. So a lot of times INFJs are not the kind of people that will just do love at first sight kind of thing. We won't just be like, oh, I met this person, I love him and I want to be with him for the rest of our lives. I see that on TV sometimes, or I see them in movies, and I think to myself, but how? You just met this person. You don't know what they do. You don't know how they live. You don't know, what they do when they get up in the morning. You don't know if they're going to be needy. You don't know if they're a narcissist. You don't know anything about them. How can you say that you want to be with them for the rest of your life? It doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make any sense to me, right? And so we need to have absolute trust before we can be in a relationship with anyone. I'm not saying that not everyone is like that, but for us to get to that point of absolute trust, it takes so much time. It takes a few months, sometimes a few years. A lot of you have messaged me saying that you were friends with a person for a few months, a few years before you started dating them, right? And so it takes us a long time to trust someone enough so that we can date them. Every single relationship I've been in, I was friends with that person for a few months at least before I realized, this person's pretty trustworthy. I think I'd like to date them. And then I started kind of believing that it's possible. And then once they asked me, I said, yeah, sure, let's do it, kind of thing, right? And so it takes us a long time. Now, for us, trust has a lot of layers to it as well, right? I mean, I trust my colleagues for them. I trust them to do their job, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I trust them to be in a relationship with them. I trust my boss because he's a good boss and he does all the different things that I need him to do as a boss. Doesn't mean that I necessarily trust him to be a friend of his. You know what I'm saying? There's different layers to trust. I trust my family implicitly. Now, those are the few people on this planet, my family, that I trust without even thinking about it. I know that they're on my side no matter what. So I trust my family no matter what. And that took a long time to get to this point as well. When I was a child, I had trust issues even with my family. I did not trust them completely. I didn't trust my father, my mother, and I trusted my brother and sister, but that's because they're my siblings and I loved them to death. But I had trust issues with my family, right? And so little by little, I built my trust with them. So there's so many different layers to trust. There are some friends that I trust in certain ways. I'll trust them to take me to a good restaurant, and I trust them with their foodie behavior, but I don't trust them to do something for me when I need them to do something for me. There are other friends that I trust to travel with me anywhere I want in the world, but I don't trust them to listen to me when I am sad or upset. Does that make sense? So there's so many different levels of trust, right? I can trust this person at this level, and then I can trust another person at this level, and then another person at this level, and so there's like levels to it, right? And so absolute trust is only when we absolutely trust this person over everything in terms of I know that they'll listen to me when I'm upset. They'll take care of me, and they'll feed me when I need to be fed. They'll take me to amazing restaurants. They'll travel with me all over the world like I want to. They'll work on my business with me, or our business together with us. Um, they'll make sure that they protect me, whatever it might be. Like, there's a billion different things to absolute trust, and because it takes so long to fall into it, INFJs mostly have a very hard time getting into relationships too, right? But we have very few relationships that we get into. We're not the kind of people who kind of jump from relationship to relationship to relationship. I have friends like that, and I think to myself, how are you doing this? I wish I could do this, right? I wish I could be that person who could always be in a relationship and then give up one relationship and then jump into another relationship and then give up that relationship and jump into another relationship. I wish I could do that, but I can't do it because it takes me a few months or a few years to actually build up the trust with that person in order to be in a relationship with them. It takes me a long time to get there, and that trust has to be built over time, over over doing a lot of different things. For example, my last long-term relationship, his name's Theo, and he would message me every single day and ask me how my day went. Now, that was a very small thing that he did, but very few people did that, right? Very few people did that. No one did that, actually. And so the fact that he actually listened, he actually remembered what I told him, that he asked me this question regularly, every day, every morning. He'd say good morning, and then he'd ask me questions about my day and how I did, and he'd ask me questions about yesterday, and he's like, you were saying that you were going to write something. Did you write it? Or you said you were going to go to this restaurant. How was it? So he'd remember things about me. All of that stuff, little by little, over 6 months, built my trust in him. So eventually we started dating, right? So it took, like, brick by brick, it was laid down, this trust that we were building, brick by brick, conversation by conversation, good deed by good deed, little by little, over time, it was built. And so that's exactly how INFJs do it. We just don't fall into a relationship and say, okay, good, you seem like a good person, you seem to have a nice car, and you have a nice big house. Great, I think we're going to be solid, we're going to be in a good relationship now because you have all these things I'm looking for. No, it doesn't matter. All that shit doesn't matter, obviously, because what kind of person are you to servers? Are you rude to servers, or are you good to them? Are you good to the people below you? Are you good to the people who are cleaning your house? Or are you rude to them? Are you a generous tipper, or are you rude to people who are taking care of your needs? Do you open doors for the people? Blah blah blah. Like, so many little things that matter, and so all of these little things have to be observed. They have to be looked upon and kind of calculated, and then put in that roster that we're creating for you, saying, yeah, he's a great tipper, amazing, I'm so glad to see that. Yeah, he really takes care of the people that serve him. He's kind to them and nice to them. He's a good person. Tick off, right? Tick off that. Great, awesome, perfect. He does open doors for old ladies, and he gives up his seat when he's in the bus and there's someone else who needs it. That's amazing. Things like that really matter to us. Like, the little things, it really, 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 really matters to us. And then the more we see that person doing those things, the more we add it to our list, the more we think, yeah, you know what, I could see myself with this person. I could see me dating this person, and I think that we'd be a really, really good pair. We think that way. And so we just don't fall into a relationship just randomly. It happens over time, over a long period of time, by looking at what the person's doing, trusting them over time, seeing, yes, they're doing something good, or no, they're not doing something good. And over time, building that trust and realizing, okay, I think, fingers crossed, I think I can be with this person for a long time and not hate them and not want to kill them, right? I hope this makes sense to you guys. Also, because we're an introvert, and so when we're giving up our time to be with someone, they better be worth it. They better be freaking worth it, because my time is precious to me. And if I'm giving up my time to be with you, oh man, I really like you. I have to really like you. Otherwise, I would not do it. I would not do it. There is no way in hell I'm giving up my beautiful, amazing spare time, my beautiful free time, my introverted time, to be with someone who's a douchebag. There's no way in hell. No, it's not happening, buddy. So you better be worth it, and you have to be worth it. There's no way I would be with someone who's not worth it to me, to give up that time, to give up that energy, to give up that space, to be with that person, right? I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. cicadas are closing off now. I think they've done all their stuff for today. As you can hear, it gets really quiet all of a sudden. Do you notice it? Man, it's like my ears are like beating with all their noise, and all of a sudden it's like, whew. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. And if you guys have any questions, please message me anytime. I'm here to be your venting board or whatever you want. Like, I'm here to listen. Okay. So please message me anytime, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.